Noah Scurry was a star basketball player and student who was headed to college. But when he got shot and killed, everyone found out he was allegedly one of the most active shooters in Philly. He dropped a wild diss track right before he got killed outside of his crib in front of his mother. And today we're breaking down the whole crazy story. On January 15th, 2025, Noah Scurry was getting into his mom's whip so she could take him to Samuel Fells High School in Philly. Noah was on the basketball team and had the highest SAT score in the whole school, and everyone around him thought he was going to head to college and be a star after he graduated. But when Noah was getting into the car, shooters popped out and started hitting Noah up right in front of his mom. The shooters drove off in a Jeep, and a few minutes later, medics from the fire department showed up to the scene and rushed Noah to the hospital. But by the time he got help, it was already too late, and Noah was pronounced dead less than an hour later. Noah's death shocked the whole community because everyone thought Noah was a good kid who was going to do big things after he graduated high school. A spokesperson for the school district named Monique Braxton said that Noah was always helping people out and never got into trouble at school, and that's what made his death even more shocking. After Noah died, his cousin also started a GoFundMe to cover the funeral expenses that described Noah as a caring and loving person who would do anything for his family. She also said how Noah was not only a great athlete, but also one of the top students in his school. He was already being scouted by D1 schools to play basketball in college, and it seemed like he had a really bright future ahead of him. But what most people didn't know is that Noah Scurry had a completely different life in the streets. His family and classmates thought he was a good student and basketball player, but in the trenches, Noah used the name Joker OTV and was allegedly putting major pressure on the Opps. And less than 24 hours before he died, Joker OTV dropped a diss track with his homie Drench Season called Swing My Door. Joker OTV even wore a Joker mask while he was rapping and taking shots at the Opps like, OTV, all the blocks can't hang with us, and you gotta catch your body to gang with us. He got hit with a 10, it's changing them, talking Scoom Gang, Broski created them, last one we caught was stuck on the pavement. According to rumors, Scoom Gang was started by the homies of a dude named Fat Dame. Fat Dame was brutally shot and killed in March 2024 while he was waiting to get on the bus. Fat Dame was with a bunch of people on Gagre and Ogons Avenues when two shooters walked up and fired into the crowd. 5 people got hit up after the shooters dumped over 50 rounds at them, but Fat Dame was their main target and he's the only one who got killed. Right after Fat Dame got killed, someone posted a video of his body and said that his face was gone, and rumors said that Joker OTV was involved with the hit. Joker OTV allegedly self-snitched about the shooting on another track and raps, "Let's talk about the Opps. They're talking about switches and Drakes and don't even got him. I pulled up the vid, she talking about his face gone. They whack, that shit out of pocket." Joker OTV allegedly rep Parkside and was cool with dudes from Zoo Gang. Some rumors said that Joker OTV was a member of Zoo Gang too, but after he died, Drench Season cleared up the rumors and said that Joker OTV wasn't from Zoo Gang. Joker OTV had a lot of the same ops though, like Fast Break and M24. A dude named Chris Dowling got killed in February 2024, and ops from M24 were clowning him after the hit went down. Chris Dowling was tied with Joker OTV, and 2 Fast Break affiliates were arrested for the shooting. And on another track, Joker OTV rapped about it and said, "Niggas can't talk about Chris if you ain't gonna talk about how Fat Dame Soul left his body. Bitch, do you fuck with the Opps or not? Cut that little axe. We already know that you lying. Out on my block, I don't do the hiding. We is the reason them niggas is dying." Right after Joker OTV got killed, his ops from M24 and Fast Break started clowning him. One Brody dropped a new track after Joker OTV got killed and rapped, "He in the school, we in the streets. That's why his dumbass got cooked. His head in his lap, it was supposed to be in them books. He had hoop dreams, but that shit got took. Why they say we ain't got switches and Drakes? Come on, stop it. First time we caught Noah, he was playing dead like a possum. And got cooked by 2 niggas, named is Batman and Robin." Big 9 Millie also dissed Joker OTV on a new track and rapped, "Did what Batman couldn't do, and that's put the Joker down. Baby Joker this, well the jokes is over now. He got flamed, bullets burned his wings, he probably gonna be in hell." According to the Philly police, the Opps already tried to take out Joker OTV back in 2023. On May 28, 2023, someone started shooting on the 4600 block of Mulberry Street in Frankfort. A 66-year-old dude named Ivan Hall was shot and killed, and 3 teenagers also got hit up during the same shooting. The police confirmed that Joker OTV was one of the teenagers who got shot back then, but nobody knows if it was the same shooters who ended up killing them later. A dude named C-Baby, who's allegedly affiliated with Fast Break, was dissing Joker OTV after he died, and rumors say that the cops already picked him up and are questioning him. Fast Break had their own reasons for wanting Joker OTV out of the way, but rumors say that Joker OTV had ops all over the city, and some people think he killed the son of one of the most famous rappers from Philly. Gilly the Kid came up in the trenches of Philly, but he wanted to make it out of the streets by rapping. Gilly was part of a group called Major Figures back in the day with his homie Wallow, who he later started the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast with. Major Figures had a big hit in Philly back in the early 2000s called Yeah That's Us. Jay-Z even tried to sign him to Rockefeller Records as a group, but it didn't work out. At that point, Wallow was locked up on an armed robbery charge, and Major Figures started to fall apart. So Gilly decided to do his own thing and pursue a solo career. Back in the day, he was working with Birdman at Cash Money Records, but then they had a falling out because Birdman was allegedly playing with Gilly the Kid's money. Lil Wayne took shots at Gilly on the track Problem Solver and raps, "Gilly, man, I don't think you niggas should really fuck with me. The gun off me urgently working and twerking it perfectly. Circle the block, I'm like fuck it. I'm busting them, I'm cussing them. Like fuck them. I buck them, I buck them, I buck them." Then Gilly clapped back on the track Warning Shots and raps, "Stop playing with me, boy. Lil Wayne for OG spank you with the cannon. Give you all 17 shots from the cannon. And you don't want a war with my army. Go get your navy up. Bosses only talk to bosses. Wake baby up. I mean, what you gotta prove to these niggas? You know I'll put the tool to you, nigga. Whole time around Cash Money, tutor the nigga. I guess that's what coke and ecstasy will do to a nigga." Gilly had one foot in the streets too, and in 2006, he got robbed and shot 3 times. Gilly pulled through and recovered, and that's when Gilly really decided to switch up how he moved. He had a son around the same time named YNG Cheese, and Gilly wanted to keep him out of the streets, but Cheese ended up falling into the streets even though his dad became one of the biggest names in the city. YNG Cheese got booked on drug charges and was drinking lean and popping perks too, but eventually he hopped in the booth and started grinding in the rap game. Cheese dropped his first project in 2019. Then in 2021, he got way more buzz on his name when he linked up with his brother Mac in the studio. Cheese had a son too and wanted to get away from all the street drama in Philly, but unfortunately, that's not how it played out, because on July 22nd, 2023, Cheese was chilling on the block with some homies in Olney when a shooter rolled through and killed him. They were standing on the 5800 block of Manchester Street having a conversation when someone pulled up and started letting off shots. One of the victims made it to a nearby house and called the police, who found 10 bullet shell cases near the scene and an SUV still running near the corner of Masher and Nedrow Avenue. 3 victims were brought to the hospital. A 31-year-old and a 28-year-old were seriously injured but reported to be in stable condition, but a 25-year-old victim was pronounced dead. Police later confirmed that the victim who died was Devin Spady, aka YNG Cheese, Gilly's son. Nobody was ever booked for killing Cheese, and a lot of people thought he wasn't even the one the Opps were trying to get. According to rumors, Cheese was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and just hopped out on the block for a second and got caught up in a bad situation. Right after Cheese got killed, rumors are flying around that a dude from Frankfurt named Hardy pulled the trigger on him. Hardy jumped on IG and said people need to stop putting him in the middle of stuff he wasn't involved with, and now people are saying that Joker OTV is the one who actually took Cheese out. YNG Cheese was allegedly affiliated with M24, and after Joker OTV got killed, dudes from M24 started posting Cheese on social media and made it look like Joker OTV was the one who pulled the trigger on Cheese. They even put a little Dirk track on the post where Dirk raps, "He told me his best friend told on him, but I ain't want to hear the rest. See, the one that killed my blood, lay in blood, I can rest." Joker OTV was tied with Hardy, and some people think they were both sliding when YNG Cheese got killed. And after the news broke that Joker OTV got taken out, Hardy posted from jail about him on IG. A few years before YNG Cheese's death, a 16-year-old named John Jackson, aka AJ, who was allegedly affiliated with M24, was killed while coming home from work. AJ and his twin sister were leaving after a shift at a nearby McDonald's and decided to take a lift home. When they got out of the car, AJ was approached by 2 dudes who started shooting and let off at least 15 shots. His sister managed to escape, but AJ was killed. Hardy's been known to diss AJ on multiple songs. On the intro to his song Murder Music, you can hear someone say, "Where is he? Where is he? AJ." On the song, Hardy raps, "Don't speak on bodies in them trenches, I can rap it cause I did it. Got 2 shooters and 1 driver in the squatter, and it's tinted. That's a man down on the scene, called like 5 shots to his biscuit." Over the last few years, bodies on both sides have been dropping left and right. Noah and his homies were known for rapping about all the violence going on in Philly, which seems like the reason they may have been killed. Nobody knows who took out Joker OTV yet, but a lot of people think M24 or Fast Break pulled the trigger on him. Rumors say that C-Baby's getting questioned over the shooting, and Fast Break is already all over the news for allegedly taking out one of the hottest rappers in the city. YBC Duo was popping off in the Philly drill scene and racking up huge numbers every time he dropped a new track, but in August 2024, some shooters from Fast Break allegedly caught him in traffic and killed him. 2 weeks later, the cops booked a Fast Break affiliate named Aiden Waters and connected him to 2 other shootings that all happened in the same week. Fast Break was allegedly tearing up the whole city, and after they bought a stolen whip, they slid down 500 Center Street and shot a 14-year-old and a 43-year-old. Then a few hours later, the same shooters allegedly pulled up on a dude named Marquise Saunders and killed him with a headshot. Fast Break also allegedly clapped back for Fat Dame 2 days after he died. Right after Fat Dame got killed, Fast Break allegedly pulled up at a bus stop on the 7300 block of Rising Sun Avenue and shot 8 different high school students who were waiting for the bus. Luckily, nobody died during the shooting, but that's why Joker OTV allegedly dissed Fast Break for it when he rapped, "They doing them little ass shootings and calling it get back. How about come catch you a body? Catch a nigga out on the floor and unlock my door. It's a better hop out frying." Fast Break already has a witness working with cops in the YBC Duel case, and rumors say that most of their shooters are flipping on the crew to beat their cases. So if Fast Break was involved with taking out Joker OTV, there's a good chance that somebody's gonna tell the cops everything. Right now, the cops think there are at least 2 shooters and maybe a third dude driving the getaway whip. The cops already found the Jeep that they think the shooters used during the hit, and that's how they got a ton of evidence against Fast Break over another hit. The shooters from Fast Break who allegedly slid on Marquise Saunders and killed him had hooked their phone up to the getaway whip system. They set the whip on fire after the shooting, but the cops were still able to get the phone records from the system, and that's how they found a bunch of jail calls where Fast Break affiliates were bragging about sliding on the Opps. What makes the Joker OTV case even worse for his ops is that the shooting got way more attention in the news than other hits, so the cops have more pressure to find out who did it. And Fast Break and M24 affiliates have already been clowning Joker OTV and claiming it is their work, so it looks like the cops won't even have to try hard to solve the case. The streets in Philly have been getting crazier every year, and the drill scene is putting everything out in the open. There's a few rappers who've been popping off during all the drama, but unfortunately, they're all getting killed or locked up before they can get out of the streets. Joker OTV had a lot of potential to go to college and leave the street politics behind him, but instead he put both feet in the trenches and it all caught up to him before he even left high school.